Hello, Greece. My name is Sean Frasick, and I am the president and co-founder of Mythicist Milwaukee.
And I'm Rob Moore, spokesman and podcast host. And on behalf of the entire Mythicist Milwaukee team, welcome to Myth Conference 2016, the first Mythicist conference outside of the United States. And what a better place than Greece, Sean, the birthplace of philosophy and one of the hotbeds of well-known mythologies around the world.
Yes, and I truly was honored in 2014 to visit Greece, and I met with Minas Papageorgiou, and he took me to all the various sites in Athens, and we were really honored to help bring this conference together today, along with the Greek Mythicist team.
It's exciting times for everybody. What we're seeing is a popularizing of the Christ myth theory around the world, especially in the United States, but now we're forming a worldwide axis of mythicism, and hopefully get these viewpoints across.
Yes, 3 years ago, our team became very interested in the mythicist position, and that states that the supernatural claims and characters within the Abrahamic religions are purely that, mythology. And it wasn't long before we met with Minas, and he explained how his research has delved into the same world and how he's finding a lot of the same conclusions that we are. I know you have Kenneth Humphreys there today who will be talking about whether or not Jesus existed. It's our stance that Jesus did not exist and that there's a lot of evidence showcasing why that is not the case.
And further, the needs and rights of the secular community are forefront in most of our minds, and the mythicist theory is a great way to expose people who maybe haven't considered that the origins of modern day religions are in fact based entirely in mythological events. So those two things together make this a really exciting event for all of us.
Yeah, we truly do see the interest of secular individuals in the mythicist position. We feel that the secular position does benefit from the knowledge of knowing why these supernatural claims are purely mythological. We bring that, I think, every week on our podcast, and we've partnered with atheist personalities in our conferences, and you know, it seems that the mythicist position is starting to grow in popularity.
It really is. It's been a long time since historical biblical scholars were largely religious in nature, coming from a Christian or a Jewish background. And the assumption has always been that Jesus existed in some form or other, when really the evidence kind of points to the contrary. So yeah, the mainstreaming of this position is something that's been needed in the halls of academia. It's only fair, and we've done what we can to put the debate out there in the public. And we really thank Minas and the Greek organization for getting on board.
We hope to see Minas and some of his team in the U.S. in October for the long-awaited debate between Bart Ehrman and Robert Price on whether or not Jesus existed. This has been one of those debates that have failed. Kickstarters have failed constantly, over and over and over. We were lucky enough to find the funds to bring this event together, and it's very exciting. And if you cannot make it to the U.S., we will be live streaming this debate. So check out our website, mythicistmilwaukee.com. You can see options on how to purchase that debate and watch it at your convenience.
It's not just a debate, it's our MythCon 3. We'll have exciting speakers along with myself, Allie Jackson, Dan Barker, the head of FFRF, and Thomas Smith joining the lineup. So we can't wait for that, and it again signals the beginning of a great partnership that spans the globe at this point. So thanks again, everybody.
Again, we wanted to thank the Greek Mythicist team for allowing us to partner with them on this conference today. Again, we're really excited to be a part of it. We really wish we could be there. The entire Mythicist Milwaukee team is honored knowing that we had helped in our small way to make this happen. So one of the questions that Minas had posed to us is the mythicist position and how it's regarded in the U.S. And you know, that's something we've been working with for 3 years. How it is gaining popularity, however, it still is on the fringes of scholarly research or respect, I guess.
It's important to remember that because we've been so closely tied to it that it seems like it's everywhere to us.
Right.
But it really isn't. It's really a fringe idea that is largely rejected by the mainstream academia in the United States, and even ridiculed and the subject of prejudice. Right along there with other secular pursuits. from everything from humanism to outright atheism. So mythicism as a subset of all of that is still very, very new, and we've been proud to be spearheading really the popularization of these ideas.
Well, we feel confident that the work of authors such as Dr. Richard Carrier, Kenneth Humphreys, who's there today, the late D.M. Murdoch, Robert Price, David Fitzgerald, and so on, even Minas Papageorgiou, is going to further this conversation. And events like these, the conferences, the movies, all of the projects that we're working on and that the Greek Mythicist team is working on, I feel is going to start making that conversation a little harder to ignore.
You can sense that the walls are starting to break down a little bit, but what's impressive is when you actually take an objective look at the research and the guys who are doing the writing on this subject, it's stunning the actual lack of evidence, and it becomes apparent immediately that the mainstream idea that Jesus existed in some form is pretty obviously the product of indoctrination over the centuries, to the point where even atheists who are stone cold atheists still sort of
don't want to
wince at the idea that maybe Jesus didn't even exist as a human being. It's just that ingrained in our culture. So it's still a very, very new idea in America, and it needs all the promotion that we can possibly give it.
Yeah, so today, no matter what your stance is, no matter where you are on this topic, just keep an open mind. We feel that the research that is presented is hard to refute, and we feel very confident in this position. That's why we've created an organization around it, and that's why we keep moving forward under the banner, because the mythicist position in our mind starts unifying all of the religion, and it shows how the religions are connected versus where they differ. And there's some life lessons that you can learn in there as far as having tolerance and not expressing bigotry over supernatural beliefs.
It's a social science, and it's important to realize that we're coming at this from a scholarly point of view. We're not trying to debunk anyone's belief. We're after the truth, and I think that everybody on both sides of the debate are interested in the truth. So whatever comes of this, we hope religious people won't be scared to at least embrace the research and join the conversation.
Agreed. So enjoy yourself today, learn something, take notes, and again, make sure to thank the Greek Mythicist team for all of their hard work for bringing this to you today. And we understand that this conference is also in the memory of D.M. Murdoch, who was our initial person that inspired us to challenge ourselves to learn more about this topic. So rest in peace, D.M. Murdoch. Minas, hope to see you soon. Good luck today. Have a great time.